comment,
and subscribe for more content.
Where's the notification bell?
It's to the right of you.
Oh.
What's up, guys? It's DK Wrestler here from a Funko Popcast, and in today's video, I'm going to be making my predictions for San Diego Comic-Con 2021 exclusives. But before that happens, make sure you press that subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, let's check it out. So like I said, in today's video, I'm going to be making Funko Pop and Funko Soda predictions for San Diego Comic-Con 2021. Now, if you're a regular subscriber to the channel, you probably know by now that when we do these predictions for certain events, we usually like to do it between 3 to 5 predictions for Funko Pops and Funko Sodas each, but I thought I would try something new for this video. So in today's video, I am going to be making 10 predictions. However, it's going to be 10 categories, and what I mean by categories is ad icons, television, movie, etc. And then each of those categories will have a Funko Pop and or a Funko Soda prediction for them. So kicking off with the ad icons lineup, which I have a Funko Soda prediction, and I have predicted a Funko Soda of the Smokey Bear. Now, I know this is kind of an obscure character to do as a Funko Soda, however, that seems like the route that they've been going with the Comic-Con exclusive sodas, especially a few months back at WonderCon when they had done the Woodsy Owl Funko Soda and they made the Flock Chase with it, and I think that's going to be the same thing with this Smokey Bear, where it would be limited to 5,000 pieces, unlike the Woodsy Owl, which was 7,500. It would have a Flock Chase to go along with this. And I don't think it's going to be more of a common character for an ad icon, like let's say, for example, like they've already done, being the Chester Cheetah and the Energizer Bunny, because like I mentioned, I think those are going to be saved for like eventual, like more common or regular exclusive releases, just like the Chester Cheetah and the Energizer Bunny already are. Then we go to the animation lineup, which usually for every time we do this, I always like to predict the Winged Dragon of Ra from Yu-Gi-Oh! But it seems like every time I predict that, that's never going to happen. So maybe if I skip it this time, it actually will happen. So my prediction I have here, and I know I'm going to butcher the name because I basically can't really pronounce half the names in this series. Tamaki Amajiki, which I know I butchered that name for sure, it doesn't sound right, but from My Hero Academia, and he is one of the big 3. The reason I chose this character is because, once again, it seems like a character that would be made for a Comic-Con, and they've already made pops of the other 2 big 3 characters, as in Nejiri Hado, which was an Emerald City Comic-Con exclusive a couple months ago, and we already had Mirio Togato a couple years ago as a Chalice Collectibles exclusive, so it totally makes sense that they finally make the last big 3 character, and I wouldn't be surprised with this character that they actually make it as a limited piece count. Now we're at the Disney lineup, which this is one of a couple of categories where I actually do have one Funko Pop and one soda prediction. So my Funko Pop prediction that I have listed here is the Three Musketeers Mickey Mouse. The reason I went with this is because for WonderCon a couple months ago, they made the Donald Duck Three Musketeers pop, and I thought it would have made more sense as a 3-pack, except that I feel like they didn't do that because they're going to spread them out through the con. So we'd get Mickey here, and we would get Goofy, which is the last one, as a New York Comic-Con exclusive in October. And then for the Funko Soda, I don't know if this is actually the name. I think it does say it on the pop, but it is the character of Devil from Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I think they will make a Funko Soda of this figure, and that it will be just one of those single cans, maybe has a specification on it, maybe not, and it will be limited to 3,000 pieces. And they already did this last year at San Diego Comic-Con with the Tearaway Face Clown from Nightmare Before Christmas, so I wouldn't be surprised if they made a Funko Soda of a Nightmare Before Christmas character that doesn't have a chase, it's limited to 3,000 pieces, and it's one single can. We are now at the games lineup, which, if you watch these videos regularly, you know where I'm kind of going with this. Yes, I'm going with a Diamond Collection Pokemon Pop because if WonderCon had confirmed anything, we will be getting Diamond Collection Pokemon Pops for San Diego Comic-Con and essentially New York Comic-Con for this year. Now, of course, it depends on what the pops are, which I feel like in my case, there's going to be one of the starters and then one from a wave, which I think definitely one of those pops will be a Diamond Collection Mew. The reason behind this is because I feel that ever since Funko has done waves for Pokemon Pops, that they've taken 2 to 3 of each wave and make them into a different exclusive as terms to a specification. Example, for San Diego Comic-Con, we had gotten Mewtwo and Vulpix, which is in that same wave, with the Pichu being a WonderCon exclusive from 2020. And then for New York Comic-Con, we had the Grumpy Pikachu and the Growlithe, which were a part of the same wave, and they skipped the other 2 pops there. And then for this year's Comic-Con so far, they have dived into the Evolution waves, which was like the last wave that was announced in 2020, where we had the Vaporeon as a Diamond Collection go for Emerald City Comic-Con, and then take the Flareon and the Jolteon for WonderCon exclusives a couple months back. And I don't think they're going to use that Eevee as a Diamond Collection. And now they are on this wave of Funko Pops, and I definitely think they're going to take advantage of Mew, because Mew is essentially the most popular character as terms to that wave, and it's one of the most popular characters that I think Funko will be making this year. So I wouldn't be surprised if that is the case. And definitely, I think it may be a starter Pokemon as the other pop to go along, because usually we get 2 Pokemon Pops for Comic-Con. So I definitely think one is going to be Mew. And if it's not a starter Pokemon, I wouldn't be surprised if the other one is a Diamond Collection Raichu, because Funko likes doing Pikachu Pops, and Raichu is the evolution after Pikachu, and they did the Flock Pichu, which is the pre-evolution of Pikachu for WonderCon last year. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go down that route. Now, of course, we are in the Pop Heroes lineup, which I couldn't think of a pop, and the pop that I originally thought of I think would make more sense for New York Comic-Con, so I will save that prediction for that eventual video. But right here, I actually have a Funko Soda listed down, and it is Cyborg Superman. Now, I have this listed that it would be a 15,000 piece soda with a metallic chase. The reason I specifically chose the Cyborg Superman out of all the DC characters that I can make as a Funko Soda is because of that route that Funko likes to do, where they take a pop from a previous Comic-Con and then make a soda the year after. Example, for WonderCon, we had the Miguel with the guitar in the skeleton form for WonderCon 2020 as a pop, and then just a couple months ago for WonderCon 2021, they made the soda of essentially that exact same character. So I think this route, we had the Cyborg Superman for San Diego Comic-Con 2020 last year as a Funko Pop, and this year I think they will translate it, and I think they will translate it good in Funko Soda form. I almost said Funko Pop form, and I think it's a unique Funko Soda that I think a lot of people would actually cop the money for. Now we are at the Marvel lineup. Of course, there's always Marvel Pops, there's gotta be. And my prediction here is Jimmy Woo from WandaVision. Now, although we haven't seen new WandaVision Pops in quite a bit because we had those huge waves and the show's been done for a few months now, I don't think it's going to be the end of WandaVision Pops per se. I think that Funko has been saving some characters for Comic-Con exclusives, and I think that starts with Jimmy Woo as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. WandaVision has been a popular show, like I mentioned, and I think that Funko is going to capitalize on that popularity and make more pops, especially Comic-Con exclusive pops. Now we are at the movies lineup, and this is one of those cases, once again, where I will have one Funko Pop and one Funko Soda prediction, but this time it's involving the same movie. So my Funko Pop prediction for the movies lineup, I have Steven Stills from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I know there was one previously made with the Sex Bomb 3-pack, however, this one kind of goes along with like that same route I mentioned about the Three Musketeers, is the fact that for Emerald City Comic-Con this past March, they had made the Kim Pine single pop of her in the new Sex Bomb outfit, and I think that's going to be the case for San Diego Comic-Con, and that they will separate the three characters involved in the new Sex Bomb as Comic-Con exclusives, and I think they will do Steven Stills for San Diego Comic-Con and then save Young Neil for New York Comic-Con. And the Funko soda that I have here is going to be Lucas Lee. Now, I have this listed as a 10,000 piece Funko soda can, where the chase has a little bit of a different mold. It's not going to be a specification. I think one is just going to be him standing still, and the chase is going to be him holding his skateboard, and I think that totally makes sense, and it's not much of a mold change. In a perfect world, I would definitely wish if Funko would save this for the time that Funko hopefully comes back to Canada for Fan Expo Canada in Toronto, and then make that as an exclusive soda can for there, considering they made the Funko Pop for 2018's Fan Expo Canada. However, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon that Funko will be back in Canada, especially with pandemic restrictions currently. So I think they will do Lucas Lee, considering they have done some of the Evil X's in Funko soda form like they did with Matthew Patel and Todd Ingram, and in between number 1 and number 3 for the Evil X, there is number 2, which is Lucas Lee, and I think they will make Lucas Lee for San Diego Comic-Con. Now we are going to the Retro Toys lineup, which this is difficult because Retro Toys has just this unimaginable different sets of pops or sodas that could easily be made. You could get something from a Candyland or something from, I don't know, like a Masters of the Universe. I mean, actually, that kind of is going with my prediction, because the only thing I could think of is Masters of the Universe, and there's always a Masters of the Universe exclusives, and this actually is a Funko soda that I have predicted. So the Funko soda I have predicted actually is Orko from Masters of the Universe, and he will be limited to 7,500 pieces and will have a glitter chase. The reason I have Orko as a glitter chase is because, one, I wanted to spread out different specifications for these Funko sodas, and I think it definitely makes sense because Orko does magic in the Masters of the Universe television series, although this is the Retro Toys lineup since ever since a couple waves ago, Masters of the Universe has switched over from the television lineup to the Retro Toys lineup, but I definitely think it makes sense because of the fact that Orko does magic, so the glitter effect kind of makes sense with that magic aspect. Now we are going to the Star Wars lineup, which there are so many different pops that could be made as exclusives, but I have one in mind, and we actually brought it up on a recent edition of our weekly podcast, a Funko Popcast, and that is a Mandalorian Luke Skywalker. Now, although the new Mandalorian pops are scheduled to be released in August, there are times where certain pop sets actually release earlier than what certain stores have an ETA for, especially because they didn't add the Luke Skywalker for the recent Mandalorian wave that they announced. I think the reason for that is because they were saving it for either a San Diego or a New York Comic-Con exclusive, but I think they might actually do it for San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know exactly in my head right now what Luke Skywalker would be doing this pop, whether it's just him with the lightsaber or it's possibly him holding Grogu, but either way, it's going to be a huge seller if this happens. The last section I have here is the Pop Television lineup, and I'm going the route of The Office. And it's not going to be a Dwight Pop because I can't exactly think of another Dwight Pop that definitely would make sense besides possibly a Utica 3-pack, but I don't think they're going to do it here for San Diego Comic-Con. So my prediction I have here is an Asian Jim. It's a requested character, and it would be funny if they did this, and it goes along with one of my predictions because the actor who plays essentially Asian Jim plays Jimmy Woo in WandaVision, so it'd be funny if, for the sake of saving material for a head sculpt, they just put the same head sculpt for 2 different Comic-Con exclusives onto 2 different characters. You have the Jimmy Woo, and then of course you have the Asian Jim. Now, of course, for obvious reasons, the box would say Jim Halpert and not Asian Jim. But I think this would be a really cool pop to make as a Comic-Con exclusive instead of a common for an eventual wave or even an exclusive at, let's say, a Hot Topic or a Box Lunch. Anyways, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. If you enjoyed today's SDCC 2021 predictions video, make sure you smash that like button. Comment in the comment section below and let me know your predictions for San Diego Comic-Con 2021 exclusives, and also let me know, do you like this new concept of 10 categories and then I mix up some pops and sodas, or do you want to go back to the normal 5 sodas and 5 pops predictions? And like I said earlier, press that subscribe button for more content like this video in the future, and press the little bell beside it to be notified of when that future content gets released. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today's prediction video, and hope to see you guys next time. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here. Follow us on all of our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at A Funko Popcast. If you want to check out some of our other content that's featured on our channel, you can click either the playlist that's on your screen right now featuring previous episodes of our weekly podcast, A Funko Popcast, or we have suggested a video for you guys in relation to today's video.